I'm matching
know
with
what that
both of
is.
you. I got the same color shirt as you, and I'm wearing a V-neck just like Joe.
Wow.
See?
We're
Look
showing
at us.
chest hair today.
Yeah.
That's-
Fashion.
I don't have any chest hair.
It's
And
hot.
you never
out.
will.
No, never will.
what the fuck?
Today we're talking
You're
about
lucky.
Moon Knight here on.
We're gonna have to do that again.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about Moon Knight, everyone.
Today.
I'll do the intro today.
Moon
Hey,
Knight.
everyone.
It's Joe.
We're here. I'm here. Let's get down to business. Moon Knight.
The Moon Knight. The Batman of Marvel. The Crazy Man. He was on a TV show. Maybe you watched it.
I went to school for this. This is just.
Here's something else. I don't know anything about Moon Knight at all.
Honestly, I don't either. Everything I know about Moon Knight is through memes, and I can't tell what the real character
I
is
only
anymore.
know any of these characters exist because of like the Marvel video games. That's it.
That's fair.
This is fair.
No.
And us just yelling all the time.
Yeah.
Joe played Marvel Ultimate Alliance
That's right. That's
for
right.
the Wii.
And now I know who these people are.
He did some research.
know
He
of
played
their
Marvel
existence.
Ultimate Alliance
Yeah.
before we did this. Moon Knight is one of those characters that like is very popular, but also no one knows who the fuck he is.
Got a
Yeah.
very dedicated fan base.
He's oh my god, everyone. He's the Batman of Marvel. I don't know.
Really? No.
Yeah.
That's the rough comparison.
Yeah, I feel like he's nothing like Batman except for the fact that like he's moody and he wears a cape and he works at night and he knows
And
kung
he
fu.
throws gadgets.
Yeah,
Like Moonerangs. And he's got a grappling hook. Like, he has all the same toys as Batman.
All right.
he
Sounds like Batman.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all the same toys. But, like, get rid of the costume and get rid of the toys and the moodiness. That's it. That's what the comparison is.
get rid of everything and there you go.
Okay.
But I know him essentially basically from like the memes. To me, he's like a Deadpool-esque character, especially because like he's one of those people who constantly is in interactions with Spider-Man where he's like, I don't know what's going on here, Spider-Man. And he's like, just punch who I punch. And like, it makes me kind of want like the meme version of Moon Knight and also Deadpool to have like a team up series with Spider-Man because I think that would be really good.
There really is, like, two versions of Moon Knight that gets tossed around in comics. There is, like, the very, like, cartoonishly crazy unhinged version. That's kind of like what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, the ultra serious, like, he might as well be Batman, but more Punisher-esque.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically those two versions. And, like, which one we're doing, it depends on the writer.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll show up in the movies?
Well, he had a TV show on
Oh.
Disney Plus.
Okay.
Whether he goes anywhere from there is anyone's
Okay.
guess.
I think
Probably.
Was it
Probably.
good?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
it was all right.
I didn't finish it.
I like Oscar Isaacs, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
fantastic actor.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine. It's like I feel like everything after Loki is just kind of like it's like
This is not a Disney Plus show. Round one, Moon Knight, baby. Fight.
Round one. Fight.
Hot takes by Jake. You know.
So, Joe,
kinda went
today I'm going to talk to you about Moon Knight.
Okay.
Moon Knight?
This is not from Moon Knight's book, but Moon Knight features very prominently
Oh,
in this.
Jeremy's cheating.
This is a story about
Technicality.
Moon Knight. This is from Avengers number 33 to 37 from 2020. This is by Jason Aaron.
2020.
Yeah,
I think
2020.
that's the most recent book we've done.
I
then.
think so, yeah.
I think it
So,
is actually.
This is by Jason Aaron and Javier Garron.
Okay.
This is the storyline called The Age of Khonshu.
Ooh.
So Jason Aaron has been writing the Avengers. I don't like this run. I think it's not very good. He's spending a lot of time like the Avengers have existed on the Earth for 1,000,000 years.
Oh, is this the like Avengers BC?
Yeah,
thing?
Avengers 1,000,000 BC, where it's Odin and the Phoenix as a cave woman and
Agamotto.
Oh.
yeah, Agamotto, the original Sorcerer Supreme.
I like that
the
concept.
original Black Panther, the
Ooh.
first Ghost Rider, an Iron Fist.
I also
That,
like the
that actually
concept. I just
sounds
don't like that it,
interesting.
like it does away with Selene and Apocalypse. as
Yes, I
first
don't
mutants.
like that, and I just like I don't know. It's weird, and he's like it feels like he's throwing like a million ideas at the wall at all times, and it's like hard to follow. And he's also like he has the Star brand in this, and nobody cares about the Star brand. Jonathan Hickman tried in his Avengers run to
Yeah.
make you care about the Star brand. I'm gonna explain what the Star brand is.
It's good because
briefly.
I actually
We
don't
c-
even know.
we
And I
c-
keep seeing him in the Avengers BC like marketing stuff. I'm like, I don't know. This looks like a dumber Hulk, which is impressive.
So I will get to the Star brand when the Star brand is important for this story.
We kept this so brief for Hellboy, and here we are.
Hellboy's
Yeah.
very straightforward.
Here we are
Yeah.
back on our horse shit.
We were doing
Yeah.
a bunch of independent stuff where it was very straightforward. Now we're back with the big two.
Yep. So
Right.
we open up with Moon Knight in the Himalayas waiting for Iron Fist because we all know Iron Fist, rich,
Is that where he lives?
yeah, rich white orphan boy who's who's orphaned in the Himalayas and finds the magical kung fu city of Kunlun and is raised to be a kung fu master and now has a magical fist.
Very, very straightforward.
Yeah, Moon Knight
The
is,
enhanced fist.
yeah, enhance my fist.
Danny
He's-
Rand.
Yeah, Danny Rand. Moon Knight is there, and he's like, "I'm waiting for the Iron Fist." And then Iron Fist shows up, and he's like, "Hey, Mark, what are you doing? What's going on?" They said that you tripped every single alarm getting up here. Like, I know you wouldn't do that unless it was on purpose. And so then Mark gets up and begins to beat the ever-living shit out of Iron Fist. He beats this man like to within an inch of his life immediately.
Kung Fu Master my ass.
Yeah, and like this is a funny thing when like every time Iron Fist does a move, it has like the name of the move, which is what they've been doing for a while ever since the Ed Brubaker Matt Fraction Iron Fist run from the 2000s. Whenever he does a move, it's like crouching mongoose strike or whatever, and every time Moon Knight punches him, it just says Fist of Khonshu over and over and over again.
I love that.
So he beats up Iron Fist, and then he pulls out an Ankh necklace and rips the Iron Fist out of him.
God.
Yeah, and now it's in this Ankh. We cut to Doctor Strange in the Sanctum Sanctorum fighting a horde of mummies. And he's like, "Mark, what the fuck is going on right now? Why are you and a bunch of mummies in my house right now?" And so then Mark is like, "Shut up." And then he punches Doctor Strange in the face. He punches him
Deservedly
in the face.
so.
Yeah, knocks him on his ass, and then pulls out another Ankh and steals the magic from the Eye of Agamotto.
God.
Yeah. Next thing, we cut to Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes' house. This is the fourth modern Ghost Rider we have. He's this Latino kid from LA, and he drives a Charger that's on fire, and like his uncle's soul lives in the engine or something. The car talks to him.
It's Spanish Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
It's Spanish
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Yeah. It's literally that, but like also the cars from hell. And he's
Uncle's
like,
soul lives in the engine.
it's something like that.
Okay.
And he's like in his house. He's like,
It's Love Machine Grandpa.
he's sitting in his house and he's like, "Man, I don't feel so good. You better go check on the car." And he goes out. He's like, "Where the fuck is my car?" Moon Knight is driving it away.
Oh yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about. This sounds like the Moon Knight I know from like all the memes.
Now we cut to Wakanda, and Moon Knight is there, and he has a whole army of mummies ready to like storm the capital city, and Black Panther is there, and he's like, look, Mark, I don't want to do this with you. Like, I understand. I know why you're here. You're trying to steal the power of the Panther from me, but it's in my blood. So if you want it, you're gonna have to drain every drop of blood out of my body. And he's like, all right, bet. And so Black Panther is like, whoa. All right, I'll just surrender then, so you don't kill everybody in my city. And then he's like, all right, and he like knocks Black Panther out and puts him in moon chains. And then
What? Wait, go back. Moon chains.
everything in this, every single thing that Moon Knight has or Khonshu has is just moon and then what it is.
I know that, but like, do they look like moons?
No, they're just like silver chains. I guess they're magic. I don't know. Then Moon Knight is on the moon.
Okay.
He's on the moon, and Thor comes down to the moon and is like, you've beaten up my comrades. I'm going to smite you. And then he throws Mjolnir at Moon Knight, but it doesn't. It stops right in front of him, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And he's like, do you know what the Uru metal that your hammer is made out of comes from? He's like, what? He's like, it was made from the core of a moon. Mjolnir is a moon rock. And so now Moon Knight can wield Mjolnir.
Oh my god!
And he uses the power of this magical moon hammer to pull like 6 other moons out of space and crush Thor with them.
Wait.
Holy shit!
On planet Earth?
Yes, he's standing on our moon. He uses this magical hammer, and like a bunch of moons just come careening from space
And
all
crash into our moon?
Yes, crash into our moon.
How does that not fuck up our moon?
We don't talk about it.
Okay.
And we're all wondering, why is this happening? What is Moon Knight doing this for? And we learn that Khonshu has become aware of, like, the overarching plot of Jason Aaron's Avengers is that Mephisto is
Evil.
yes, he's evil, and he's also contacting every other Mephisto from across the multiverse to like coordinate this like power grab all at once to take over the entire multiverse. Khonshu has become aware of this. He's like, that's fucked. Can't have that. And so he's having Moon Knight like gather all of these ancient powers to kill Mephisto. They go to Mephisto's house. Mephisto lives on Earth at this point.
He's just living in the Upper East Side.
No, he lives in Las Vegas. He lives in
Sin City, baby.
Yeah, there is a giant hellish tower in the middle of Vegas called Hotel Inferno. That's a casino hotel, and Mephisto is trapped in the penthouse. And so Khonshu and Mark go to his room, and they break in, and he's like, I'm trying to eat dinner right now, you guys. And then Mark is like, shut up, and he throws Mjolnir right through Mephisto.
Nice.
He just kills him right there. And so that should be it, right? Wrong.
Oh, dang.
Khonshu
Never that easy.
Khonshu has now gone mad with power and decides to, in order to keep the world safe from all the other versions of Mephisto, he's going to subjugate the entire world. And so now he's having his armies of mummies, like, erecting pyramids along ley lines around the earth. He has transformed Manhattan into New Thebes City.
Okay.
And it's like this like future ancient Egypt like city with like fucking pyramids everywhere. Pyramids everywhere.
I don't know, man.
Jake's like, I don't have anything to do with that.
Don't look at me.
Now 6 moons orbit the Earth, and we live in eternal night.
Oh hell yeah!
And he has almost all the Avengers have been captured except for Iron Man and Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, and they're running away because Khonshu wants the Star Brand. And so the Star Brand is this another like cosmic power. It's from the failed line of comics from the 80s, the new universe that Jim Shooter really tried to push. Starbrand is I don't know. It's just he has like a star tattoo on his hand which gives him super strength and flight and energy powers. That's what it is.
That's just Nova.
Yeah, but this is like a tattoo that does it.
But it's still Nova.
Yeah, but
Sounds
shut
like,
up.
It sounds like an Adventure Time bit where
Yeah,
he's
so-
like he's just getting more powers and it's just like appearing on his body.
Wait,
Yeah.
but why was it a Hulk man?
He was a caveman in 1 million BC. He was like a Neanderthal.
Well, he looked like the Hulk.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they draw him like the Hulk because that's not what Neanderthals look like.
Sure isn't.
So, anyways,
Alright.
the Star Brand like passes from one host to the next when the previous host dies, and it's not like if you were near the previous host, you get the Star Brand. It's just like random, I guess. And so this infant has it. Iron Man has named her Brandy, and I hate it so much because they don't know what her name is. Her parents were killed while someone was trying to steal her, so they don't know what her name is, and they just call her They call her Brandy because Star Brandy.
Sure.
They're running
Star
away.
Brandy.
They're trying to protect her, and then there's this like 5-page sequence at the beginning of what is it, like 35, about how the moon has always been a bridesmaid, never a bride. People don't respect the moon the way they respect the sun, and Khonshu is jealous and whatever, and
So petty.
he's complaining about this. And then suddenly, Cowboy Mephisto busts into the room,
Cowboy.
Cowboys.
More cowboys.
guns a-blazing.
Bang bang.
I got tired of reading at this point. I was like, there's so much happening. So I just started writing down bullet points for you here. Captain America, Blade, and She-Hulk are sabotaging the moon train.
The moon train.
It is a train that runs around New Thebes City. It is the moon train.
Okay.
She-Hulk hulks out and smashes into the moon train. Captain America and Blade kill a bunch of mummies. They find Iron Fist, Doctor Strange, and the last one.
The last one.
And the rest.
I don't even remember what. Ghost Rider. That's his name. They find them in sarcophagi and they're comatose or whatever.
Dang.
Iron Man and Carol fight mummies. They bicker.
A lot of mummies.
A lot of mummies in this. Moon Knight shows up with the ghost car. There, he stuffs them in the trunk.
Aw, dang.
They get out of the trunk. They run. They're running. Khonshu kills 100 Mephistos. Black Panther breaks out of the moon chains and kills a bunch of mummies. Moon Knight and Black Panther.
All the fucking mummies.
There's a million mummies in this. He's like, I've never seen Moon Knight be around a mummy before this. Not that I'm like a Moon Knight head or anything, but like I did not think he was like deep into mummies.
Well, apparently he is.
Apparently,
he's got an army of
Jason
mummies.
Aaron is like mummies, Egypt.
Whatever.
So they fight. They're fighting. Black Panther is just like breaking Moon Knight's face. Khonshu shows up and he's like, "Stop this!" He throws Mjolnir at Black Panther. Black Panther catches Mjolnir because he's worthy, and Khonshu is like, "Fuck! Oh, can't have this. Gotta go to the moon now." He leaves. He goes to the moon, and Mark is like, I've been praying to the wrong god. And so he decides to start praying to another god, reveal it's the Phoenix. The Phoenix empowers Mark. Now Moon Knight is the Phoenix.
Phoenix Knight.
He goes into space. He flies to the moon. He fights Khonshu on the moon. He throws Khonshu to Earth. Khonshu responds by summoning a bunch of mummies and werewolves. Now there are werewolves because of the moon.
Yeah.
And the Avengers and Moon Knight fight the mummies and the werewolves. And Khonshu says, "Darn, you beat me." And then he makes everything go back to the way it was, and the day is saved. The end.
Wow, that was wild.
Right? The first issue, I was like, this is pretty sick. I like him beating up these other people and taking their powers.
I'm surprised he didn't go after Doom.
Well, because it's all about these cosmic powers.
Nah.
Yeah.
Trying to establish have always been a thing.
Yeah. So that's that. Questions.
Okay. So you said Mephisto was mad because he was eating dinner.
Yes.
What was he eating?
He was eating a steak.
God damn it! I hate
He's
you
eating a
so
steak
much.
rare, and he makes it a point. He makes it a point to talk about how rare the steak. He's like,
You
I
see?
want my steak to be so rare it's bleeding all over the table, and there's just blood everywhere.
What
And
did
it's like,
Mephisto think
I don't know
of
if he
that?
said
What
that.
the? How the fuck? What? I've never eaten
I
a
don't know
rare
if he said
steak that's
that.
just so juicy that it's all over the table. Like it's just
This is-
fucking.
it's just-
You're
he's
not
got a-
getting proper rare steaks.
he's got a slab of raw meat in front of him.
All
That's
right.
what it is.
Is that true,
Blue.
Jeremy?
What?
Is that true?
What?
God damn it.
About the raw meat?
I mean, it's got to be warm for the. I mean, it's not blood that leaks out of the meat when you cut it. It's myoglobin.
Oh my god! We don't have to do this.
So fucking boring. Move on.
Next question. God damn it.
Okay, so Ghost Rider is there the whole time?
Ghost Rider is in the sarcophagus after his car gets stolen. After he gets taken out of the sarcophagus, Moon Knight is like, you know what? That was pretty fucked of me to take your powers here, and he gives everybody their powers back. And he's like, here's your car, Robbie. And Robbie gets in his car and is driving around. He's like, I feel much better now that I have my demon car.
Okay.
You should. Why did you kidnap my uncle?
The Hell Charger.
Okay.
Can you repeat the part when you said all the stuff about the things?
Things? Please elaborate.
Which thing?
I just like the idea of when you keep bringing up the mummies. I'm imagining the mummies from the Dragon Quest games, just these dopey looking stupid mummies
They are
Jeremy,
stupid.
running
What do the
around
mummies
Doctor
look
Strange's mansion.
What do
They're-
the mummies look like?
They're just shambling mummies. Their faces are exposed. They're like zombies covered in bandages.
Okay,
Some
so
of
they
them
are
have
covered
necklaces.
in bandages.
Yeah, like a mummy.
But they're walking around on 2 feet.
Yes.
As,
Like a mummy.
as opposed to the 4-footed mummies.
No, crawling around on.
Oh, I don't know.
On the
Maybe
ground.
Jason Aaron could have been a little creative.
he wasn't.
Done something else.
He didn't.
This sounds like prime material for an Avengers movie plot because it's just the Avengers
Yeah.
fight a horde of things like the Chitauri, like the Ultron bots. Let's just have them fight a horde of mummies.
That'd be amazing. I would.
The
Oh my
Avengers movies
god.
are bad.
But Jeremy, what is this called again?
This storyline is called The Age of Khonshu.
Avengers.
Avengers 33 to 37, The Age of Khonshu.
Okay, and Who's Khonshu again?
Khonshu
Khonshu
is
is the
the
moon.
Egyptian moon god. I should have.
Okay.
Who gives Moon Knight his powers?
Yeah.
Oh,
They're best
okay.
buds until they're not.
Yeah,
Okay.
which
But then they make up and then they fight again.
I have to say, my preference with Moon Knight is I like it when we don't know if Khonshu is real or not.
I also prefer that.
I like the idea that Khonshu is like, because Mark has dissociative identity disorder. I like the idea that Khonshu is one of his alters.
Yeah, but where does he get his powers from? Then?
He doesn't have powers. That's his thing. It's just it's his
He's Batman.
Not
it's his undying tenacity.
no, but he used to have powers, didn't he?
No, he's never had powers.
It's just gadgets.
Yeah, he's just like a street level vigilante that beats you to death with his fists.
He got powers in this story. 'cause
Yeah, he's
he
got
was stealing
powers in this, but his main thing is just like, I'm a martial artist. Not even a martial artist. He's not like a
He was also a mercenary.
he was a mercenary, but he's just like
guy.
he's mostly like a street fighter type of guy. He just punches you.
And throws
So-
boomerangs.
Yeah, he throws
so
the moonerangs.
if he's never had powers, then where does Khonshu come into the picture?
Khonshu just like in Moon Knight's origin, he's like a mercenary. He's in Egypt. They're like raiding a tomb, and one of his fellow mercenaries betrays him and kills him.
He dies in front of a statue of Khonshu.
Yeah, and
And
Khonshu.
offers him life, but at his service.
Yeah, so he becomes the fist of Khonshu. Khonshu is, because he's the moon, he's the guardian of those who travel at night. And so he's like, you are my fist in the
Like
world.
justice.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
like
my fist
that.
of justice. You go and you exact my righteous wrath upon those who would harm people who travel at night.
So in this story, the Egyptian gods are real.
Yes. Sometimes
it.
in Marvel, they are not.
Oh.
Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
we prefer when
Likes it when
it's ambiguous
Right.
because it
Yeah.
makes it more interesting that Mark could just be crazy
right.
and still competing with the fucking Avengers.
I like
Yeah.
that angle too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but in this,
real.
Khonshu's real. Yeah, they really, like, the Egyptian gods don't really show up in Marvel very much. The only other one is Bast, because she's the panther goddess. But I don't even know if she's real. They just kind of, like, they eat their, like, magical herb or whatever, the Black Panthers, and they, like, you know,
They trip out.
yeah, they trip out and they talk to a panther, and then they're like, now I'm fucking... They eat, like, a coca leaf, and they just get, like, really strong. That's
Wow.
it. That's what the Black Panther does. It's cool, but, like, I like it when they're like, I don't know. The Egyptian gods don't really talk to us ever.
They never show up with the Asgardians and the
Greek gods, yeah, no.
Like they've always been separate. So like
Only white,
maybe they're fake.
only white gods allowed in Marvel, apparently.
No, Jake, we also have alien gods.
Ooh.
God damn it!
The Shi'ar have gods.
Okay.
Round two.
Round two.
Round 2. Fight.
This is from Marvel Team Up, Volume 37.
Team up.
Yes.
Marvel Team Up was a book. in
Isn't it
which
just the
two
Avengers?
characters
Marvel
team up?
I feel like it's very, very
Oh,
self-explanatory.
it's only when two characters. team
Two
up.
or more.
Two or more.
So it's just the fucking Avengers.
It's not strictly the Avengers,
It's like
Could be anybody.
it could be.
as long as they team up.
It could be your mother.
Wow.
It's like Spider-Man teams up with Dracula.
See, that's crazy because my story is about Moon Knight and Spider-Man.
Whoa,
Oh.
they're teaming up.
Is
Oh, you mean
Dracula in there?
Yeah. I'm
This
like,
was
oh,
written-
So it's not Moon Knight and Dracula.
No, it's Moon Knight and Spider-Man. And it was written by Robert Kirkman.
Oh,
And two-
no.
Shut up.
I didn't know he
It's a
did.
name
Big
that we
Two
all
comics.
know.
He wrote Ultimate X-Men.
he wrote
Jesse,
he wrote Spider-Man for a little bit.
and Ultimate Fantastic Four.
I thought that was always Hickman. Is that not always Hickman?
Ultimate Fantastic Four? No, he didn't write that until after Avengers vs. X-Men. No,
Irrelevant.
Mark Millar and Robert Kirkman wrote
Oh my
Ultimate
God.
Fantastic Four and Ultimate X-Men. That's why those two books are fucking awful.
Good God. Anyway, continue.
So in my story,
Now I'm upset.
there's a lot going on in this book because like it's just multiple stories tying into each other. So
Nice.
I'm only focusing on Spider-Man and Moon Knight. So this is like it starts with Ringmaster, and
I don't know who that is.
he's just a random B-list villain.
I know Ringmaster. He's a Spider-Man
Really?
villain.
Yeah.
He's a circus ringmaster in a purple and green suit, and he has a hat with a spiral on it, so he can hypnotize people.
And a
Okay.
crazy mustache.
Yeah, he's got a crazy mustache too.
Okay.
Wow.
So in this, he steals a cosmic powered ring off an elderly man named Chen Hu. And he uses it to rob a bank.
What does the ring do?
It just gives him cosmic powers.
What the fuck does that mean?
He just has cosmic powers, Jeremy. I don't know
He's as
how.
powerful as Galactus now. Rob a bank.
He has like reality warping powers.
Rob a bank.
So meanwhile, Mary Jane is given Peter the business, you know, because
Wait.
She's pegging him.
no, he burnt their dinner, he burnt their steak, so she's like, you idiots, get your mind out of the gutter. So she's like,
It took everyone so long.
it's a turn of phrase. So she's like, go out, get us some Chinese food or something, because I'm hungry. So, Tiger. She does say tiger a lot in this. So,
In general.
so Moon Knight at the same time is battling another B-list villain called the Constrictor. So, and Moon Knight's like, wow, he's giving me a run for my money.
I know him.
I'd better kill.
He's in the Serpent Society.
Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop saying words.
He's a Captain America.
We're gonna be here all night if we fucking go over every fucking villain.
Serpent Society. Shut the fuck up. You're not allowed to talk anymore.
It's like 3 in the morning right now.
Be quiet. Continue.
Moon Knight is like, he's got his back against the wall. He's like, this guy's giving me a run for my money. I guess I better kill him.
So he kills him.
So, but Peter happens upon the fight because you can't walk around New
Oh
York
my
City
God.
in Marvel without.
Fucking business.
There's like 50 heroes in Manhattan. They're all gonna bump up against.
All they do, they just walk down the street and you see a Marvel team up. It's just bound to happen.
Can't
They-
throw a rock without hitting like a Moon Knight or somebody.
So they beat him up, and Moon Knight's like, hey, can I give you a lift in my moon copter?
It's
Which
like, no, it's like, no, I'm Spider-Man. Like, fling around.
he's like, which is just a spaceship that's shaped like a crescent moon.
Oh, I like the moon copter where it's a regular helicopter, but the propeller is a crescent moon.
Ooh.
So Spider-Man's like, sure, why not? And then the Ringmaster shoots it down with his mind powers.
Wait, with mind guns?
with his cosmic powers. And Moon Knight's like, what the fuck? And he's like, Frenchie, who is his manservant, he's like, go get the other moon copter. And so,
How's he a B-list villain?
because
I
he
feel like all like the actual villains are like pretty limited in what they can do, but like these B-list villains that they just like throw in there have like a whole power in the universe. Can like
Phenomenal cosmic
yeah, exactly.
power.
Can,
well,
like,
he stole a magic ring off of an elderly Chinese man.
can, like level a city with like one thought.
Rob a bank.
What keeps them B-list is that they think too small.
Right.
The Ringmaster has phenomenal cosmic power. He could reshape reality however he wanted, and his choices to rob a bank and shoot down the moon copter.
B-list thought.
B-list
thoughts.
mindset.
That's right.
He's like, I could be a god. I could ascend to into otherworldliness like Thanos did when he got the Infinity Gems, but then somebody took it off his hand because he was sleeping. It's like
rob a bank and get a few $100,000.
exactly.
Right.
He's got bills to pay.
Exactly. He's thinking big. He's like, why rule the universe when I can just have money?
Or I could just pay rent.
That's how Jeff Bezos rules the
Yeah.
world. So Moon Knight's like, what the fuck? I only got like 5 of those, motherfucker. So he sends Frenchie to go pick up another mooncopter for some reason. So they're like, all right, I guess we're fighting Ringmaster now for some reason. And he creates a cosmically created circus, and they have to like fight all these like, I guess like clowns and shit. And like,
Clowns.
they're like,
Why did you say clown so incredulously, Joe? You're like, clowns at this circus?
A likely story.
So they-
Sure, Jake.
you gotta fight like circus animals and
Animals.
stuff, and they're like, so they're like, that's it, Ringmaster, you're done. And Spider-Man shoots his webs at him, and Ringmaster makes them blow up, and they're all enveloped in an explosion.
All right.
And so
That's cool.
that's the end of the first story.
That's the
We
end of the
don't see
story.
them for another 2 issues.
All right.
Fuck.
In between there's a Luke Cage and Punisher story and a Luke Cage and Daredevil story. So
Oh my
Alright.
God. Isn't Luke Cage and Punisher like almost the same guy?
Not really.
No.
No, Punisher is a crazy guy that shoots with a gun, and
uh-huh.
Luke Cage is a guy with unbreakable skin.
Oh.
Punches.
Yeah,
Okay.
he punches.
One
He says,
shoot, one
"Sweet
punch."
Christmas."
But they like look exactly the same.
No,
Oh.
Punisher is a white guy in body armor, and Luke Cage is a black man in a yellow T-shirt.
Okay. I'm way off.
Yeah, you really. I don't know where you're
I'm
going.
really
with
way
this.
off. Okay. Moving on.
So in between that, there's like those 2 stories. Captain America and Wolverine hang out at a fucking coffee shop, and then they steal a car together.
That's cute.
And then we get back
Think
to the
they kissed in
fight.
the car.
They, I think they fucking 69'd in that car. That's
Wow, who's on top?
Wolverine.
He's so heavy though.
Yeah,
He's on top.
Yeah. It's the adamantium.
Captain
Helps him
America's
push.
Captain America. He likes having the full weight on him like a weighted blanket. It comforts him.
Falls asleep.
Yeah. So back at the fight, it's Spider-Man and Moon Knight versus Ringmaster. He reveals that he made all 3 of them immune to the explosion of Spider-Man's web fluid.
How did he do
'Cause
that?
He's a mensch. He's like he's just like, oh, I could have only saved me and let you guys die, but I decided to save all of us for no reason.
What a guy.
Yeah, indeed. B-list thoughts.
And then he gives the 2 of them heart attacks.
Okay.
What?
All right.
B-list thoughts.
That's fine.
But before he can finish them, Daredevil just fucking swoops in and kicks him in the head, and he loses focus. So they're like, "Oh fuck, I recovered from my heart attack."
Daredevil.
Yeah,
Heart attack is apparently a concentration spell.
This is
You
just
get
the
kicked, and you have to
Avengers.
make a
so
con save.
I'm sorry. So far, this whole thing is just Jake saying things, and then me going, Daredevil.
Animals.
Yeah.
Clowns.
well, stop doing that.
Helicopter.
Wolverine.
So Ringmaster's
It's
like.
gonna happen again.
Ringmaster's like, fuck this.
Uh-huh.
He uses his magic ring to teleport them into a bunch of like circus cannons that are pointed at the ground.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm gonna just shoot you into the fucking earth and splatter you.
Also shoot
And-
them right into the ground.
Yeah, just pow. And then
Right.
they're all freaking out. They're like, are we really gonna die at the hands of Ringmaster shooting us out of a cannon? And like Spider-Man's like, hey, like, at least he's not as lame as he used to be. And Moon Knight's like, fuck you, Peter. I hope you go slowly. And then out of nowhere, Punisher shoots at Ringmaster.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
Wait, when did Punisher show up?
Now.
Okay.
Here he is.
Punisher.
It's just the Avengers again. This
Puni-
is like Jeremy's story.
Punisher.
We're just all over the place doing fuck all.
Punisher shoots the ring off of Ringmaster's hand.
Wait
Okay.
a second. How do you shoot a ring? Did he shoot his finger off or
He
something?
just shot the ring and it shattered.
That
Okay.
doesn't make any fucking sense.
He's the Punisher. He's good with guns.
No, he isn't.
That's his superpower.
Captain America and Wolverine show up and they're like, "Oh shit, we're too late to help." It's like Leonard Nimoy in the monorail episode.
We're too busy fucking.
Okay.
I shouldn't have stopped for that haircut.
Okay.
So they just like Punisher just leaves. He just fucks off. Captain America picks up the ring and puts it in his pocket.
Was he even there?
And then
Why is Captain America here now?
and then Captain America gets into the ambulance with Ringmaster to make sure he doesn't get away. And then Daredevil runs off, and Spider-Man and Wolverine have it out about something that happened earlier. And like Moon Knight's like, "Hey, my second moon copter is here. Would you like me to give you a ride home?" And
Is
Spider-Man's
that the one with the crescent moon?
yeah. No, there's no propellers. It's just a fucking rocket ship.
Ah,
And he's
The
like
helicopter with the
it's not
crescent
really a
moon propeller
copter
is better.
then.
the one that's like the moon is facing upwards and there's like a propeller up top and it looks like he has to pedal it.
No, well, that one's funny.
But so they're like Spider-Man's like, "Well, fuck. I forgot to get Mary Jane her dinner.
Yeah.
Can we stop at a drive-thru on the way home?" And they get McDonald's and he brings it up.
Wait. Okay, keep going.
They go home.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
She didn't ask for McDonald's.
She's pissed at him. She was asleep, and he wakes her up, and she's like,
He wakes her up.
she's like, "You got me a Big Mac. When have I ever eaten a fucking Big Mac around you?"
Why is
Babe,
there?
wake up.
Why is there McDonald's in this comic?
I couldn't tell you. Kirkman wrote it. Ask him. We'll call him up. And so they argue a little bit. They make up and then they fuck, and then the last words on the
Wait.
screen. And the last panel is like a zoom out of their apartment and Mary Jane saying, "Oh, tiger," and there you go. That's the end.
What? Give me a fucking break, Jake.
Just ready to fucking kill you. You constantly complain about my stories. He's ready to kill you every time you go.
I tried to keep it concise. So, do you have any questions?
Yeah, why is there McDonald's in this story?
I don't, because he's like nothing.
Kirkman's a shill, that's why.
He's like nothing else is open. I guess we'll go to a McDonald's drive-through in this fucking crescent-shaped spaceship.
What? Where's the drive-throughs in Manhattan?
What are you talking about? I mean,
No, that's fair.
no, that's fair. You're right.
There's a single drive-through in Manhattan.
I feel like
No.
there has to be.
I don't think
so.
I don't think
There's
so.
really
Like,
not.
in the outer boroughs, yes,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's not like it's
fair.
that far for a fucking flying.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they live in Queens, so probably.
That's was probably in Queens.
Yeah.
A Queens McDonald's.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Anything else?
A lot of food questions tonight.
That's how I get the right answers, though.
It's been working so far. You got some kind of strategy.
He's distracted by his hunger.
I keep punching Fred in the face.
Stop punching him.
I fucking broke him with this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
He's
this
really mad.
I feel like this was pretty simple.
it's not.
It was until you started throwing
It's
a bunch
not.
of other characters.
This
And then
is-
Punisher shows up. And then Daredevil shows up.
Gandalf the Grey and
This is one
Gandalf
of
the
the
White
most-
and Monty Python
This
and
was
the
one
Holy
of the
Grail's
most
Black Knight.
inconcise stories yet.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
There's like
I
other
hated this.
there's other shit that like happens in between it, but it's mainly
Can I
that.
be honest? This is my hot take about comics in general
Oh,
and
boy.
about Marvel in general.
Oh boy.
I don't like when everyone meets up and it's Captain America, in the Spider-Man comic. Like, just stay in your own fucking book, dude. Do your own. Everyone do their own story. Stay out of everyone else's business, because this seems to be when shit goes wrong.
That's a fair take.
Yeah, Joe's got a point.
Because
I don't know.
I enjoy Batman when Batman's alone. I've always enjoyed X-Men when X-Men doesn't get involved with anyone else's bullshit. I really don't need all the crossover bullshit. I really don't. Some of it's good, but most of it's bad.
No, this is fair.
Bad
Like,
idea.
My favorite Avengers teams are the ones that do not involve characters that have their own books. I don't want to see them.
Yeah.
Give me some weirdos.
Love a team of weirdos.
Give me Black Knight and Hercules and a bunch of women that are gonna fight.
Just a bunch of women.
It's fine.
That's my ideal Avengers.
Anything
Right.
else, Joe?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Rant over.
It was a good rant.
No other questions?
He says that like I missed something. No.
Key piece of evidence to
Yeah,
avoid.
no other questions.
All right. Round 3.
Final round. Fight.
All right.
Joe,
Yeah.
did you know
No, I didn't. I didn't.
that Moon Knight fought Dracula?
Yay! Sound the Dracula alarm.
All right, this is from Moon Knight number 22 and 23 in 1977.
Ooh.
And
Did Moon Knight start in the 70s?
I think he started in
yeah.
the 60s.
No, he's a 70s thing.
And it's also going to include some brief panels in an Avengers book.
Okay.
Just for continuity.
Just trigger warning.
Trigger warning Avengers.
The story, Tomb of the Moon,
Ooh, that rhymes.
by Doug Munch.
Doug Munch.
We love Doug Munch.
Doug Munch
We're
stays with the Dracula.
Yeah,
We're a
story.
bunch-
of the Dracula.
We're munching maniacs.
And also Bill Sienkiewicz, great artist.
Ooh,
Okay.
he is good.
So, Doug Munch has been around since the 70s doing Dracula stories.
He loves Dracula.
Good for Doug.
You gotta
honestly.
you gotta hand it to him. He knows he's got something he likes. He sticks to it.
Yeah, he'll make every superhero fight a Dracula.
I'm here for it, honestly.
So, Joe, you remember our Doctor Strange episode when Doctor Strange
No.
fought Dracula?
Yeah.
You remember how that ended?
No.
It ended with Doctor Strange summoning God, Jehovah God.
Oh, yes. That's right.
And turning Dracula into ash.
That's right. Now I remember.
So this is a direct sequel to that story. This Dracula story takes place after the Doctor Strange
A
Dracula
direct
story.
sequel.
Direct sequel.
So-
Because we find out that the Dracula ash, Doctor Strange didn't clean that up because why would he?
He didn't get his vacuum
He just
out.
fucking left.
Yeah.
So a stray wind blows the pile of ash, and now that fucking ash is just blowing around New York City. And then a bum breathes it in.
Dracula ash.
The Dracula ash.
That's
Don't
how.
breathe this.
That's how Dracula transfers his soul. If you breathe in his
Yeah, that's
his
exactly what
ashes.
happens. The bum breathes in the ash, and now Dracula is inside the bum's body. So Dracula it doesn't have all of his Dracula powers because it's Dracula's brain in a bum body.
Right.
So-
Now he's like Voldemort.
Pretty kinda, yeah. Like he's not
He's Voldemort in Professor Quirrell's body.
he's not doing hypnotic stares.
Yeah.
He's not turning into bats. He's not doing magic. He can't do any of this shit anymore. He's just
Doug,
Dracula in a bum body.
I
Doug
got a
Munch.
fucking rant about that later, though.
Doug Munch would never be a turf. Don't compare him to that.
So, bum Dracula decides to stalk a smartly dressed man because he's like, well, I can't survive in the mean streets of New York City without any money, and I'm a fucking bum right now. Better rob a rich guy.
It's just fun. Dracula's just mugging people.
Yeah,
Better rob someone
yeah.
rich.
So he jumps a guy. Who is the guy? Moon Knight.
Moon
Oh
Knight.
my god.
In his civilian persona of Mark Spector in his
He's
nice white
rich when
suit.
he's rich. Moon
He
Knight.
is rich.
Oh, All right, because he's like Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a mercenary, so that's where
He's
he gets
a-
his money
Yeah,
from.
he's got a lot of military money.
Oh, I
He's a
think.
playboy billionaire.
Well, he's not the playboy part.
Okay.
How do you think he affords all those fucking moon copters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's blood money.
Mm.
So Dracula gets the jump on Moon Knight.
I
and
see where
beats
this is
the
going.
Shit out of Moon Knight
Okay.
and takes his money.
Now he's mad.
Yeah. And then Dracula leaves. He's like, "Well, fuck that! I got his money," and that was it. Never even known that he was Moon Knight. So Moon Knight wakes up from being, fucking beaten the shit out of, and like looks at his wall. He's like, "My fucking money's gone." What the fuck?
I see where this is going.
Do you?
He's like, "I gotta find out who took my fucking." Nobody robs Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So
Nobody
he's like,
knows
he's
Moon Knight.
inspecting himself, seeing if he can find any clues, and he finds 2 bite marks on his neck.
So now he's Vampire Moon Knight.
Well, no, because
Oh.
Dracula was still weak, so he couldn't
Oh,
transfer.
okay.
But he did feed.
He fed.
But so now Moon Knight's like, fucking Dracula. Dracula fucking robbed me.
Why would he think Dracula and not just vampire?
Well, because Dracula's a big deal in the Marvel. Everyone knows Dracula.
okay.
Remember that time he
So,
fought the Chinese scientists?
yeah. So
That
Dra-
made the news.
Right. So Dracula is commonly known and real.
Yeah, commonly known and real.
I don't know what you don't understand about this, Joe. You're not catching on.
Joe, Dracula is a world leader in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
He is the king of Transylvania, which is like its own country there.
Wow.
That's vampire land.
Joe still can't comprehend that gods are real in the Marvel universe.
You
Anyway.
fucking made that story up, Jake.
Anyway.
Okay.
So Dracula is now a little stronger since feeding on healthy, strong Moon Knight. But
Uh-huh.
still, no magic, no turning into bats. We're still pretty weak.
Okay.
So he's like, all right, well, now I've realized that just feeding will give me my powers back, so fuck the money. I'm going to go to a goth club and feed on a bunch of people there. They'll never
Okay.
find me in a goth club.
Okay.
This is
Because
smart.
I look like, everyone looks like a fucking corpse man in a goth club. Perfect hiding spot.
Yeah.
So he's in the goth club feeding, and then a table gets thrown at him. Who did it? That's right, fucking Moon Knight.
He tracked him down.
He tracked him down.
How did he do that?
I'm gonna get to that. So
Okay.
they're starting to tussle in this goth club, and Dracula's like, "How did you find me? It was the perfect hiding spot." And Moon Knight goes, and this is a quote: "You're a loser that sucks blood. Where else would you go?"
Ooh.
Fucking roasted him.
Yeah.
And then we have a thought bubble of Moon Knight going, "I actually went to 2 of the goth clubs before this, but luckily this was the right one."
Third time's the charm, Mark.
Oh my god. How did he know what he looked like?
He didn't.
He's throwing tables at random people. Does that
Dracula revealed himself.
that implies that Moon Knight beat the shit out of some other goths at different
At
clubs?
2 other clubs, Moon Knight's just beating the shit out of people.
Oh, Moon Knight.
Oh, Moon Knight.
So they
He's always
fight.
doing this.
Moon Knight gets the upper hand. He's about to beat even more shit out of Dracula, kill him. I guess I'm not sure how that works with Dracula bomb. But then Dracula's like, "Stop! Don't kill me, or I'm gonna call my friends on you. I'm an Avenger."
Dracula's an Avenger?
Dracula's an Avenger apparently. So Moon Knight stops. He's like, "Oh shit, you're an Avenger? I can't deal with those assholes." So then Moon Knight's like, "All right, well I'll let you go. Fine, whatever." And he leaves. Lets Dracula go. He doesn't want to fuck around with the Avengers. So then this is when we get the little interim in the Avengers comic, right? So it's just like a 1-page thing where a couple of Avengers are just talking around a table, and then their computer system gets hacked by Moon Knight,
Ooh.
and Moon Knight's like, "I want my fucking money, Dracula. I let you go. Just give me my fucking. No one robs Moon Knight." And the Avenger's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Dracula's not an Avenger." Moon Knight's like, "That fucking liar.
That son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch bastard. He's a fucking liar. I can't stand him." All right, next issue. Now we're back on the actual story. That was just a little brief moment there. Moon Knight again tracks down Dracula. He's hiding out in a crypt underneath a church in Central Park.
As you do.
As a Dracula does, So he's yelling, he's threatening. he's calling Dracula a bunch of names, like
He's hooting. He's
He's hooting
hollering.
and hollering. He's calling Dracula a nerd. He's calling him a little shit stain. Like,
Where's my
he's angry.
Where's my money, you
Where's-
fucking
where's my
nerd?
fucking money?
Nerd.
So
Dweeb.
Dracula tries to jump him again because that worked the first time. Only he gets on him, and then he starts to sizzle and burn.
Like
He-
Voldemort.
Like Voldemort. He falls back.
Stop!
He falls backward. He's like, "What the fuck did you do to me?" And Moon Knight. Then we see him in like full light. He's dripping wet, soaking. He's like, "I soaked myself in holy water." Bitch.
God.
So Moon Knight starts beating him again, demanding his money.
He's
Just-
fucking sick.
So
Just like Harry Potter
Just
soaked
like Harry
himself in
Potter.
holy water.
yeah,
To beat up Voldemort, right?
beating the shit out of him again. Only
I'm
now
done
it's
with
hurting
this.
even more because of the holy water and everything. He's like, "Where's my fucking money?" And Dracula's like, "I don't have it. I threw it away after I realized I didn't need it. It's gone. I don't have the money." And Moon Knight says, "Well, that's too bad." And then lights a match. And he's like, "It's not holy water. It's holy gasoline." And then burns him to death.
Holy gas.
Yeah, he blessed gasoline.
How did he?
Well, he didn't do
How
it.
did
He had someone do it.
Who?
A priest.
What priest blesses gasoline?
Oh,
Look,
priest that
it's
you pay.
Manhattan. It's New York City. You can find a priest that can do anything.
Father, bless this gasoline.
All right.
I gotta go fight a Dracula.
All right.
And then, like a fucking action hero, he walks away while a burning Dracula burns behind him.
Nobody picks up the ashes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Moon Knight didn't know that was the problem.
Nah,
How else is Dracula gonna come back again for another one of my Dracula
Yeah.
this
stories?
is a good point.
then where does Dracula go after that?
Well, I don't know yet, but I'll find out for you.
Okay.
Well, it's
not
like
in
it's the Avengers end card. Dracula will return.
And that's the story of how Moon Knight fought Dracula.
Wow.
Questions?
I mean,
Comments.
I think I asked one already. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Moon Knight fighting Drac.
He sure did. He sure did that.
So Dracula just like shows up successively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dracula's still around now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dracula just actually
the same Dracula.
Yeah, the same Dracula.
That
Dracula
looks
just
that
recently fought Wolverine.
that looks the same.
Who shows up more, Dracula or Santa Claus?
I feel like Dracula.
I
shows
think
up more.
Dracula. Yeah.
The Santa Claus shows
Santa
up
Claus is also real in the Marvel universe.
and is a superhero.
Kinda.
He's a mutant.
Oh yeah,
He's
he is a mutant.
Santa's a mutant.
Yeah.
That's why
He's like, I think he's an Omega level mutant
deliver
too.
presents.
It's something. He's like really OP of like getting around the world or something. I don't know what
He's
his
OP
power
in the
is.
DC comics too.
They love to put Santa Claus in these things, and
Yeah.
he's just like an
Godly.
unstoppable, demigod of a man. But yeah, Dracula shows up all the time. He's in the X-Men a lot. He's always trying to get Storm to marry him.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's constant. Dracula's a constant problem.
He's like, Storm, you're really hot. You want to like be my vampire wife? And she goes, fuck you, Dracula. And she strikes him with lightning. He's like, all right, babe, I'll be back next week. Dracula's like the ultimate reply guy with Storm.
Okay, 2 more questions.
All right.
I got this. Gotta like hype myself up.
You can ask a question,
Got
Joe.
it.
I believe in you.
Got it. Got it.
You have the power.
Wait, Jake. In your Spawn story,
Wait a minute.
who was the guy that he was with? Like you said a name.
Talking about Jason Wynn, director of the CIA.
No. Not Jason Wynn.
Are you talking about the goddesses that he hung?
No, there was like a guy. Forget it. It's not a
Violator.
The Moon Knight story, Frenchie.
No, not Frenchie.
Joe knows who that is.
No, I don't. But not
But I don't
Frenchie.
know.
Mel Bolgia.
No, forget it. It's over.
Yeah, that was a different episode anyway. Joe, move on.
Okay.
I have 2 more
I was
questions for you,
trying-
Jesse.
I was-
Jake,
I was
explain.
Yeah, I was trying to figure something out. But,
Oh, Mammon or whatever.
I don't know.
The fucking demon from hell.
It's not worth it.
Move on.
I want to know what he wanted to know now.
Okay. So Dracula. so he was there. Dracula, firmly established.
In what? What do you?
Yes.
terms of what? This was a story about Dracula.
Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
This was Moon Knight versus Dracula.
Jesse spends the whole time saying, and then Moon Knight fights Dracula, and then Dracula shows up here, and then Dracula does this, and you go, so Dracula was in this.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
I understand it's 2:30 in the morning.
I just had to
like,
do it. Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
2 questions. Jake, who was the guy in Spawn? Dracula was in your Dracula story? No way.
No way, dude. Sick.
Dracula was there, right?
All right, Joe. It's decide time.
Oh my god, I'm lightheaded.
I like how Jeremy's starting to fade over there. I can see his brain slowing.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, Jeremy's
Holy
story was cowboys.
No.
That was Spawn. Jeremy's story was Moon Knight beating the
powers.
fuck out of everybody.
The mummies.
The mummies. The
The
mummies.
mummies.
Mephisto.
Right, that was
The Avengers.
right,
Oh
that
my
was
God.
The two-part book.
No, that was Spawn. Mine was Moon Knight beats up the Avengers, takes their powers, the world becomes ancient Egypt again,
Right,
and
yeah,
then
okay,
Moon
alright,
Knight
got that.
beats up.
Jake-
I wonder if Joe's streak is gonna last this episode.
Joe is secretly obsessed with Spawn now. We have made a Spawn fan. Out of Joe.
Yeah. Jake's was Moon Knight with the moon copter.
Yeah,
Yes.
where
On the
they
planet with the other
where all the
guys.
guys
Exactly.
and they gave Moon Knight and Spider-Man heart attacks.
Right, yeah.
And Punisher
With,
was there.
Carnival. That was his name.
Ringmaster.
You were there, and Daredevil, you were there, and Captain America, you
All
were
right.
there.
All right.
Wolverine, you were there.
Oh my god.
Daredevil. And Jesse's was Dracula, and he was there.
Dracula was
Firmly
there.
established.
Dracula was
Yeah.
there.
Dracula was there.
Okay.
I'll be
Why did
goddamned
I
if
ask
Dracula
that
was
question?
there.
Why? That's what we're trying to figure out.
Everyone thinks I'm like a blithering idiot now, which is not far from the truth. But I'm just saying.
Kat was like, "You guys should keep it short and sweet because that keeps Joe focused and like he can remember."
She's right.
He's like,
She
he can
knows her
remember
stuff.
shit, and here we are, and
She
Joe
knows
is
her
like,
stuff.
I am consistently the shortest one.
This
"I kept it short."
This is too much information to take in at one time. I'm crossing the beams in my brain. Oh,
Holy shit! Make a decision. You gotta guess.
all right, it's choosing time, everyone.
Sure is.
Yes, it is.
It's-
All right. This is another shot in the dark here. All right, Jesse. So far, all the Dracula ones have been real. I
Okay.
think. I can't really remember. but most of the Dracula ones have been real. Jeremy's about the fucking mummies. That could be something that Jeremy made up.
Jeremy loves a mummy.
I do
Right.
like mummies.
Right. That could be something Jeremy just made up in like a late night stupor.
Yeah, I entered into a fugue state.
It was like, what if mummies?
What if they turned the city into New Egypt,
Mhm.
which is a town in
With
New Jersey?
the moon train.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moon train.
Ooh. And Jake's was what again?
the Marvel team ups.
The Ringmaster,
The
and Punisher
circus.
was there,
Right.
and Daredevil was there,
Right. It's
and
very
Captain America was
right,
there.
right, because that was so convoluted. It's very unmemorable. Because so many things.
Joe's brain was like, this is too much information. I'm simply going to retain 0 bits.
It's that scene when Homer's brain is like, "That's it, I'm out of here."
For real.
I'm sure when we watch this episode back, you just see my face just go dead at a couple of points.
That's my favorite thing to do is watch you.
All right. Time to choose. Time to choose.
He's gonna cry.
Once again, Jake's was very dumb. Jeremy's was too long. and Jesse's was the most believable, even though it could be fake.
That's the thing with this game is that it could be any of them could be fake.
All right, for this one, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna regret it. I know. Keep the streak. I'm like trying to go like. Jeremy's was the lie.
Wrong.
Ooh.
The streak is over.
Wow. You had a good run, buddy.
Whose was it?
Jesse's.
Jesse's was fake.
Jesse's is fake.
Yeah.
Fake Dracula. I
Fake.
swerved you.
You did. You swear. You know what? Fuck. If I was awake, I would have gotten it because I fucking had you with that fucking. I had you in like 1 point in the beginning, and you're like, oh, I don't know. Fuck. So rewind to that, and you'll know exactly what that moment was. But I fucking forgot until right now.
It was you didn't know.
I would have had you if I was better at
How did Moon Knight know what Dracula looked like? As
Yeah,
a
right. The fucking club. Yeah. You're like,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
When he asked you that, I
I
thought
should have fucking retained that information.
should be taking notes. Oh man, Jesse took 2 fucking stupid Dracula memes and wrote an entire fucking story around them.
Dracula
So
memes.
bravo, Jesse.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
That was a good story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
holy gasoline bit was really
Yeah, the
good.
holy cast.
We'll see you next time.
I guess we will.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite character from the show, Jake the Snake. No relation. Be sure to ask your parents to go online and follow us on our social media accounts. And if you like this video, I sure hope you did, leave us a like and maybe a follow. And if you didn't, what are you still doing here? Also, check out our editor Kat's channel, because without your views, she will surely starve. Thanks, see you next time.